Please note that just because I spent the time to come up with a very logical opinion on this issue does not mean that this issue has personally affected me. Please do not accuse me of suffering at the hands of a suicide manipulator. Thank you. Of course you don't know who I am, so this really doesn't matter that much. The creators of Sonic and or the people who make Sonic games and stuff may disagree with some or all of Sonic's opinions in this story. Sonic is still correct though. Sonic vs. the CEO of suicide manipulation. The greatest animated motion picture this world has ever seen. Sonic is running along and stops. There is a woman and a man at the man's house.
I would like to end my relationship with you.
I'm going to commit suicide if you do.
Holds knife to wrist.
I've changed my mind.
Moves knife farther away.
We're going to go to my bedroom now, and you're going to get me pregnant.
I would not like to subject any kids to your manipulation and abuse.
You didn't do what I said, and you hurt my feelings. Please, I need 10K in jewelry, and I need you to talk me down from suicide or I will do it.
I don't have that much money.
I was asking so nicely.
Lightly scratches her wrist with knife, and immediately applies lots of bandages.
You are a strong, empowered, independent, beautiful woman. I will buy you jewelry right away. Hail the left.
Bro, Sonic says feel free to help out people who kindly ask you to help them with their suicidals or if they at least are not manipulative, but if someone is using their supposed suicidals to manipulate you, tell them to go ahead and kill themselves. If they are suicidal, they will never manipulate anyone again, and if they aren't, you will at least stop their manipulation of you in its tracks. Don't power and fear over a problem for years when it can be stopped in seconds. Remember, people are responsible for their own decisions and actions, no matter how bad they may be.
Isn't it illegal to tell people to kill themselves?
If it is, then that law is a violation of the First Amendment right to free speech and is therefore unconstitutional. Telling people to kill themselves is not threatening them. Defamation, which is lying about them to ruin their reputation, falsely accusing someone of a crime, yelling fire or bomb in a crowded building when there is none, or something like that. It is merely a suggestion that is considered extremely mean.
I'd be like murdering though.
Saying that telling someone to commit suicide is murder is like saying that consensual sex is rape. Murder is forcing someone to die, whereas asking someone to commit suicide lets them choose if they want to live or not. That's a choice they would have to make anyways. Rape is forcing someone to having sex with you, whereas asking someone to have sex with you lets them choose if they want to have sex with you or not. It's all about force versus choice. Also, punishing the suicide encouraged for murder when they encourage someone to kill themselves just gives the suicidal person another incentive to kill themselves if they hate the suicide encouraged. Trying to keep all suicide encouragers away from the suicide committer should only be a temporary solution. The permanent solution is to get the problems in the suicidal person's life solved and make them more resilient so that they're not suicidal, and so that suicide encouragers can't get them to commit suicide. This should only be done if the person is a good person and not a suicide manipulator.
Maybe I should just call the police on them.
Then why the hell didn't you do that before? You had plenty of time.
How did you know?
I know all. You had years and did nothing but cower in fear. Look, we're taking care of this suicide committer my way.
Mine is better.
Well, you almost abused children your way, so we're doing this my way. Besides, your way is too slow. Come on, step it up. Excuse me, ma'am, would you please kill yourself?
No.
See, she was faking it. It's a bummer that she wasn't actually going to kill herself. Now she can manipulate more suckers like you. Her threatening to kill herself was free speech since it wasn't threatening anyone else or lying to ruin their reputation, and even though she's a terrible person for doing it, it's the fault of the sucker for allowing it to control them and possibly abuse children. All the same, I feel like I should perish her to save the children. I'm morally conflicted. Ma'am, it really would be easier if you would please kill yourself. I asked you nicely twice, and according to your own logic, people must do something if someone asks them to do it nicely.
I'm the CEO of suicide manipulation. If I kill myself, I won't be able to get millions of people to do suicide manipulation.
It may be technically immoral to perish you for encouraging people to do suicide manipulation, but that seems like a pretty perishable crime against humanity.
I indoctrinate kids into doing suicide manipulation and accepting it when it is done to them. Accepting it means allowing the suicidal person to manipulate them.
Thanks for resolving my moral confliction. Now it's fine for you to perish.
I demand an apology. You said and did bad things.
I'd like to apologize for calling you bro. I have called my friends and many other good people bro. I ruined that title somewhat by using it on the likes of you, you pitiful, worthless little shit. I hope they can find it in their hearts to forgive me, and I will try to do better next time.
Go fuck yourself.
If you took that advice instead of finding a trash woman, we wouldn't be having this conversation.